right. Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay, bit of UAE news, and this article is written by my favorite journalist. He is one of the best, whom I've known for years and years in Dubai during my days in Dubai. And I'm glad that he is back on track with the really good articles. Okay, links are put down below, courtesy College Times. Um, Check the article out, and I'll read the article and give you my thoughts about it. Okay, so here it says an elderly couple was trick a Dubai woman into renting an apartment they did not own. So the manager lost 18,000 dirhams to a fraudster running fake Airbnb site. Okay. Um, by the way, let me tell you that these frauds, these scams that are happening in Dubai are not one off. One of my very close friends, extremely close, she had a hack into her card, and thankfully, it seems that she was getting these SMSs. That is why it's very recommended for you to go to your bank and make sure that you get an immediate SMS the minute someone uses your card. First, she got, I think, $2 or $5 worth. I'm giving you in US dollars. Then immediately she got another $5, like someone was accessing her card or something like that, and money was being taken. And this happened in the night at around 2 o'clock. And thankfully, lucky for her stars, that she was doing a late night project. So she got one, two, three. By the time the third one, she immediately informed the bank because she was like, what the hell is happening? And it kept happening at intervals. And you know how banks are sometimes. When you call them up, they put you on a hold and your call is important to us and we will be attending your call shortly. And she ended up having to wait at least 45 minutes. I'll not give you the name of the bank. Finally, when she got through, finally she got through because she disconnected and she put that her card is lost. A complaint, a card is lost. They want to block the card. So that is where they took the call immediately. And they blocked the card, and obviously the money that was gone is already gone, is to be disputed, which will take months and months. But she got lucky that she didn't lose a big amount, but the amount that was lost is gone. And this is where, even before I go into the article, let me tell you, banks are the biggest crooks. The banking industry as such are the biggest crooks, but the banks in UAE are very profit centric. They don't give a damn about your well being. The sales executives in the bank, they don't care about whether you can pay the loan or can't pay the loan. They will not, especially the salespeople. See, because I started my career at the age of 20 in a banking industry. And I'm telling you, these people who are employed just to sell. Okay, there are salespeople, and then there are people who verify your credit. Different banking departments are there, and these people are just amateurs. Like I was an amateur, I was just a young man, and we were thought these are the banking products, just sell, and they wouldn't tell you what are the implications or drawbacks, or do you have to qualify. No, just sell. These are the loopholes. Just sell. Educate a customer to make sure that they are near the phone. Make them give them. So we were taught how to operate from the loopholes. Okay, and imagine this was when I was 20, 25 years ago. The trend still continues today. And the people who are issued these banking products, services, they are the ones who will pay the price. Okay. So they will never tell you the drawbacks. They will always say, yes, sir, if you sign up with us, we will give you excellent service. We are always there for you. But once after you sign the dotted line, and they'll not tell you the fine print, it's your neck on the line. Okay. And the sales guy will vanish because he has made a sale. He'll get his commission. He will move on. And, after a year or something, when you call them up, oh, listen, you sold me this, whether it's a mortgage or loan or credit card. I'm sorry, I'm not working for the company, or they don't care. Okay. They've made their commission. They have gone. That is the same reason why the housing bubble crisis took place. Complete financial meltdown. These guys get their commission and they ride into the sunset. you are left, high and dry. Okay, so uh, my friend ended up losing a small amount of money, but in this case, this article that is mentioned here, the person lost slightly more. There are situations which are maybe not mentioned where people have lost even more. And that is why a lot of people run away from UAE because, you know, mixed with greed, mixed with easy money, mixed with these big promises, mixed with inaccurate information that the bankers they give, these, I wouldn't call them bankers, salespeople give you. You are hoping for, wow, Dubai is the place where I can get easy money, where I have to pay so less interest. Dubai's banking industry charges the highest interest in the world where credit cards and other financial instruments are concerned. Let me tell you this. Be careful. Be careful. There's no such thing as free money. There's no such thing as easy money. And this article also will not only shed light into the fact that um, there are scams happening not only in Dubai, but around the world, but especially in Dubai. But more than that, the banks, they don't care. They don't care if you lose money. And if you lose money, oh, okay, we'll have an investigation into this and let us get back to you. Then 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. It's not their money. And the salesperson who you're calling, he doesn't care. He doesn't care you get your money or not. Bank has made their money. They have had their charges. Uh, it's your money that is gone. You'll be the one who will be standing there left crying and complaining. Nothing is going to happen. Okay. Anyway, let's move to the story. What manager loses 80,000? Okay. So Mazhar Farooqui, today is the article. Okay, 17th November. Dubai newcomer Mansi, 28, was excited. She had clinched a fantastic rental deal and couldn't wait to move into a new apartment. I have also always told you this also. If something is too good to be true, anywhere in the world, especially Dubai, if something is too good, oh, you have this amazing job, you have this amazing salary, oh, pay this amount immediately, you'll get. If something is too good to be true, it's generally the case, including if you get someone online who falls in love with you and is based in Dubai, or you're in Dubai and someone falls in love with you, beautiful Instagram girl. I've spoken about all these stories, okay? There are plenty of scammers. Why? Because people come to Dubai to make money. So obviously they're looking at good deals. This is another reality of it. Okay. So this Indian manager was house hunting last month when she came across a property listing on Dubizzle. Dubizzle is another nightmare where all the scammers are there. You don't have to be verified. You can just create. And I know plenty of people who have purchased, even these second-hand stores. Right now, there are Facebook groups that barter exchange, or I'm selling my new pair of Adidas or Easy, that Kanye West shoes. And man, most of them are fakes. Let me tell you, most of them are fakes. Be careful, because once you lose your money, you're not getting it back. So, and Dubizzle is another cesspool where there are plenty of people even offering jobs. Like I offer resume rebrand services, consulting services, and I'm expensive. You know that I'm expensive. So after they come to me, then they're like, oh, by the way, Loy, I was thinking of coming to you, but I got this Dubizzle and they've guaranteed me a job and all that. I said, see, boss, I'm not trying to tell you that um, you should come to me, but if something is too good to be, but then people don't listen anyway. And then when they end up losing their money, then by the way, one more scam which is happening very frequently is this calls from the so-called Dubai police on WhatsApp. If you check the title, it shows a policeman's photograph and some number, UAE local number, and it seems Colonel Brigadier something. And he's saying, we have checked your computer, you're going to porn sites, or you went to a massage or prostitution. You either pay this money or we're going to register a case against you. You'll have to come down, submit your passport to the police station. Those are all scams. The UAE Dubai police never ever contacts you via WhatsApp. They will, if they have to discuss anything important, and pay attention, if they have to discuss anything important, they'll physically call you to the office, to their police station, and talk to you first, because they have to talk to you. They will ask you, excuse me, how are you? And they are very polite. By the way, they are not like rude or they're going to arrest you. They will talk to you. They'll ask you. There is a due diligence. Don't fall for the worst case stories that you read online in Daily Mail. Those stories are spiced up. I lived in Dubai 40 years. I've told you that. My parents 55. They will call you, talk to you first, verify. And even if you have done something wrong, remember this much: there is a due process. Don't get scared. They work on your fear and they'll transfer this amount of money, or that's a scam, man. Nobody's going to ask you money. Okay. So I know I'm telling you many things, but anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Okay. So it was the kind of place I always wanted nice photographs. If you see the article, it says the email exchanges with the British property owner, Cleo Dina A. Murphy, had been reassuring. I'm now established back home in the UK. We bought this apartment on our vacations in the Emirate, but we got little too old for traveling, so we won't be bothered. So you won't be bothered by us during your stay. Murphy wrote on October 31st. So it happened 17 days ago. Okay. Mansi was told that she had to book an apartment through Airbnb by paying 6,000 dirhams, half of it towards advance rental payments, covering the first month of tenancy, the remaining 3,000 refundable security deposit. See, here I'll give you a small tip. Whenever there is any rental or anything else, until you physically see it with your own eyes, don't go for it. Now, obviously, you'll say, "Oh, what if you're going for a holiday? Let's say you're flying down to the Bali. You can't physically go there." Okay, here the answer is very simple. If you're using reputed sites like booking.com or Agoda, okay, and you check the URL, okay, you obviously must communicate through the website, okay? But here, when you're talking of Dubizzle, where people advertise, and you need to check whether they have a history of transactions, whether they have a history of review. But remember, if the website URL itself is wrong, like there's some PX or some alphabet out of place, then that is not the real legit site. Okay. Now, if in case you're not too sure, always go to common Facebook groups and post a question where people are based there or people have traveled there. See, you need to be very careful. You need to do your due diligence. Products, until you see something physical, don't buy it. Until you have verified the person. That is why even if I go to eBay, or let's say local in Thailand, there is Shopee, which is like a eBay, which is like Amazon.com. I always make sure that there is a option which is Shopee Pay. You pay the main website, and until you see, I got my Steam Deck from them. This is a very hard to get device. Okay, very, very hard to get. And the person was selling for double the price. It is $600 on Steam.com. He was selling for 1,200. So it's a very rare item. You can't get it. And this guy obviously wanted to make easy money, but he was, I think, Chinese based in Hong Kong. So, people say, "Oh, Chinese, they are fake, they are fraud." So what I did is, I'm a platinum member on the Shopee website. I have VIP this thing because I buy a lot of stuff. So I always make sure I pay Shopee. I pay them. They hold my money. And once I receive this product, I verify it. And it's 100%, I'm given 2 weeks buffer to verify, test. Once I'm absolutely sure, then I click OK, and only then he is paid. But if I feel anything wrong with the product, I'm covered with that insurance where I can return this product and my money is refunded back to me. So there are many intelligent ways to go about it. And another one, I'll give you another strategy or solution. When you have a card or when you have an account, have one account which is only for online transactions, and keep only the amount which you're going to buy or sell anything. Keep only a small amount and keep a separate card. So if anyone uses that or misuses that, you have lost a small amount. Don't connect a big amount where you have large amount of savings. No, then it's dangerous. So Anyway, you discuss this with your bank, especially a senior manager, not a junior. And I also make sure that I get immediate notification. I also make sure that I change my password regularly. I have two-factor or even sometimes three-factor authentication. And sometimes I literally replace a card. Or if you don't feel very secure, I even change my bank. So there are many ways to go about this, but use it intelligently. And remember, online today, today's day and age, anything can happen, including one more thing. This is another tip I'll give you is I use original software on my devices. I don't use pirated software. I make sure that I do not save my passwords anywhere online. I make sure that, there are these trusted, you can find out which one, websites which generate passwords for you. Okay. And they keep changing it. So I use those services. So there are plenty of ways to be safe online. And never share private details when you're going on a holiday on Facebook or announce, oh, this is happening, that is happening in your life, or this is what I'm buying. There are many ways to go about it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm smarter than hackers or smarter than these people, but you must take precaution. Must. And remember, anything online today can be hacked. So she took this lady. Uh, she went ahead with this. So the payment will stay with Airbnb until you arrive and confirm the property is in exact location as described. In the contrary case, you'll get a refund. She said when she got the email, okay, this is only email. Remember, email can tell you a lot of stories. In the order, we'll start the booking process. I'm pretty sure, I've not read the whole article, but I'm pretty sure it will take her to a fake website, okay? Because here, if they say that you'll get a refund, okay, and she still got conned, okay. In order to start the booking process, Mansi was asked to share a photograph, full name, address, cell phone number. This is a red flag. For me, this is a red flag. When they ask you photograph, full name, address, cell phone number, all the information on email, I never, ever, ever give anyone all my information online. Never. Yes, my information is online. My photograph you can take. My full address you can take. My cell phone number you can take. But if someone is asking me, I don't give it. Okay. Now you will say, Loy, but if all your details are online, can't anyone take advantage? Yes, but it depends on what they are doing. And like, for example, Facebook, okay, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all this. I have two-factor authentication, separate passwords, separate login IDs. So if someone has to really hack, it's not that they can't hack, they can hack. But then to hack anything takes a lot of effort. Let's say, for example, I get a one-time password. Gmail has this secure feature, Google, that, and every password will change. Every two-factor authentication, OTP, one-time password, changes in 30 seconds. So the hacker would have to really have such an advanced software where he can know my password, my one-time password, every 30 seconds. But this is not possible unless the person has dedicated all the resources. And I know this because I've spoken to some legal, legit hackers. So unless you are really stupid to give them this OTP, one-time password, they can't hack. Okay. And also remember your IP address and many other factors come into play. Okay. So she got this email, all these details. Then she was sent a booking link. Here's another red flag. If they send you a link, okay? If they send you a link, always be careful. That link itself, which website does it go? And when you click a link, does it ask you to download something? Does it ask you to accept something? This is also where you need to be careful. Okay. And another point is always go to a website which is HTTPS. Okay. Don't go to just nowadays, I think all the websites like Chrome, the browsers, and all that, they tell you this website is not verified. As a frequent Airbnb user, Mansi didn't see anything amiss. She had used the online marketplace several times. This page refreshed itself. The most recent being for a short term stay in Europe. Okay. Everything looked like a standard practice, recalled Mansi, but she should have known better. As it turned out, the booking link didn't send her to the real Airbnb website. I told you, right? It didn't send her to the real site, but a cloned page, complete with fab reviews and top star ratings. Okay. If you want to check whether website is real or phony, just check the actual URL at the top. I know it can be sometimes really lengthy and long. I don't want to get into how to read that. Just check the first HTTPS www whatever comes. And if you're not too sure, open another browser and check the actual website like Airbnb. Check their URL. Check this URL. Does it match? Okay. Barring a minute change in the URL, the phony website looks so deceptive to the Airbnb website that Mansi didn't think twice before paying 6,023 using a debit card. Okay. She was notified about the transaction by a local bank via SMS. Here's another problem. I'm giving you all the loopholes. Sometimes when you pay a merchant, when you give a merchant your card and details, they can sometimes not use it once, they can use it 2-3 times and keep withdrawing money. Be careful of that. So you have to be alert. So if suppose, like I said, you're paying money through an account, have a, let's say 6,000 you're paying, suppose it's your bill, have just 6,500. So the minute 6,000 is used, you have another 500 only. So the person cannot use more than that. And like I told you, make sure that you're alert, and don't be impulsive. Do not be impulsive to just grab a deal, especially with this auction. There are some auctions also that go on where people are like desperate to click links fast. Bizarrely, the same amount was deducted from our account twice against a transaction which Mansi claimed she didn't authorize. Okay, I got an SMS from a bank every time I use a debit card, but in this case, no SMS or email was received by me confirming the two unauthorized transactions. This is where I blame the bank. If they are not sending you the transaction, the SMS or email, that means the bank is not dependable. The bank is only using you for their benefit or convenience. And this also applies if they are sending you a late SMS. Okay. If something happens, it has to be live. And here's a tip that I'll give you. Try calling your bank right now. Let's say their toll-free number. Do they answer the phone immediately, or do they answer it after 45 minutes? Like, just go through now. Press A, press 1, press 2, press this, press that. So then, is that bank dependable? Let's say, for example, you try this. Call a bank, call the toll-free number, and say that you lost your card. Okay? Choose the option, you lost your card. How many minutes is that? Is that 10 minutes? Is that 15 minutes? Because if someone has your card and is using it, just imagine real time. Did you have to wait 15 minutes just to get the details? Okay. Then, in an email response to Clinched Times, the bank said they followed appropriate procedures and also assisted the victim to the fullest extent. Yeah, of course, they will tell Clinched Times, yeah, we are doing our best. Yeah, because they want to protect their brand name and they want to save face. But I blame the bank. Here, I not only, blame the customer, yes, because the customer also, nobody put a gun to her head. I blame her. But at the same time, the greater blame is the bank, because the bank only cares for your business, doesn't care to protect you. So this bank would be on my list. Don't do business with them. Take all your money out, do business elsewhere. Give another bank your business. It said their group customer experience team, fancy name for, we just want to create a department just to keep our name look good, has been in touch with the victim and has provided her with the necessary clarifications. No, they need a solution. They don't need clarifications. However, Mansi is far from convinced. I'm intrigued why the bank didn't flag any of these transactions. Yeah, because the bank, like I told you, doesn't give a damn. It doesn't care a damn about whether you lose money or they have got their sale, they have got your money lying in the bank, and they get, they charge money for every transaction. So why should they care? Considering they were initiated of a foreign currency against a crypto merchant. Crypto, that also is another story in itself. Ideally, they should have raised alarm as soon as the same amount was deducted thrice in quick succession. Here, once again, totally blame the bank. This bank should be named and shamed. Unfortunately, Clinched Times cannot do that. And, a bank, if you're using twice, it's a red flag. Once is okay. Twice, major red flag. She had relocated in Dubai in August and said saving money to make a down payment against a house in India. which most of the people do that. Over 5 million people across the globe have fallen for bogus listing on rental sites, according to Better Business Bureau, a non-profit organization focused on advancing marketplace trust. Fake Airbnb sites have hurt several Dubai residents too this year, and including people who claim that they have a house and then they take money from so many. There was a major scandal which Khalid Times also revealed. There were some, I don't know, 500 or 100 tenants who purchased a property from a developer, and then, uh, you know, they sublet this apartments. They didn't own it. I remember that. This is very common. See, the sad fact is people lose their money. In fact, I even literally had a WhatsApp conversation with a guy who who lost close to a million plus, where he paid a developer money, and he was not given the apartment as advertised. He said he could see the view of the sea and the palm, but when finally he did arrive there, it was under construction that time. He found out that the view was blocked by another high-rise building, and now the person he was dealing with, you pay the money, the salesperson got his commission, that person has left the company, and now he doesn't know who to contact, and the manager is saying, oh, you dealt with us over 6 years, sorry, over a year ago, we'll have to check the contract, and then the fine print said something. I always told you, fine print, no, you cannot change your mind like this. Oh, there are other charges to be paid. So always remember, when people want your money, they'll be sweet and nice. Once they get your money, they'll show you the real colors. Like Mansi, they were deluded into believing that their properties were owned by a UK-based British elderly couple who were too old to travel and wouldn't bother them during the stay. The victims have one more thing in common. They made their payment through the fake site through the same local bank. Always check the URL. None of them got their money. So then Khalid Shams has put how to avoid fake Airbnb scams. Check the URL, be wary of the listing, try a reverse search image. That is where you Google has this option where you click on an image, or you right click and then you do a reverse image search. Just check Google how to do that. Finally, don't fall for the story of a UK-based couple. Okay, people have various stories. Like, you remember the Nigerian prince. Okay. So then Mazhar, in the end, it says mazhar@khalidtimes.com. You can contact him if you need more information. Okay. And yes, worthwhile stories. So overall, what I want to tell you is scams are not only in Dubai, are across the globe. But when it concerns your money, when it concerns your hard-earned money, and it concerns your well-being, don't take anything for granted. Don't buy and believe whatever the bank employee tells you, especially the salesperson. Speak to not only the bank manager, speak to a senior bank manager. And even after everything is done, make sure that you take all the precautionary measures to protect your money. Like I told you, separate bank account to deal with, transactions. And this card or this bank account has limited funds. Only put in the funds when you need to use a transaction. In fact, there is one service that my bank provides. Through the phone, I can click the option of block international or domestic transactions. Block. So if I press that option, that card is blocked for any transaction, card or number. And until I press yes, only then the card is open for that transaction. Once it's done, again, I can close it. So there are many options. Speak to your bank. Make sure that you are protected in all aspects. And end of the day, your money, make sure whatever you do, your bank account, your online information, everything, you take a heightened sense of awareness where you protect it. So, good, bad, ugly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any such story or you have any such experience, get in touch with me. My details are put down. And having said that, comment down below. I'd love to read what you have to say. Be careful. This is me signing off. Take care.